So they got in touch with me saying that you've been nominated, okay, we need some additional information from you. So I shared, I clarified, they had some questions and needed some background info. So I provided that info, and then they went through a judging process that I'm not privy to, and later got back to me saying, hey, you've been chosen as one of them. Okay, cool. When I was at Stanford, 2 years in, Google went public. Okay, Facebook was happening around us. All the other success stories that big companies now, they're slowly happening around us. And the question I was wondering about was, why don't we see this sort of explosive growth in the social sector, right? And is it possible? And can we? And this was when Professor Prahlad was looking at for-profit models for development. So it was an interesting experiment to try, and I wanted to try that. We won the Stanford business plan competition. The prize money was supposed to be $25,000. The judges liked us so much that they gave us an extra $10,000. So that made $35,000. My co-founder Jane and I also won an Echoing Green Fellowship. This is a fairly prestigious fellowship given to young social entrepreneurs by a New York-based foundation. We were one of 19 ventures picked from over 1,500 worldwide, and that gave us $90,000 over a period of 2 years. So that $125,000 formed our startup capital. So it depends on how low birth weight or premature the baby is, but the risky period is the first 1 month of life, the first 28 days. That's the neonatal phase. That's the phase that you want to survive. Yes, it works with or without electricity. It takes about 30 minutes to heat up, and once heated, it maintains a constant temperature for 4 to 6 hours at a stretch. The most common solution that you find out there are what are called radiant warmers. Radiant warmers cost roughly 50,000 rupees. Okay? Compared to that, our warmers go for roughly 15,000 rupees for a base unit. And the advantage is, given the way our warmer is designed, there's for every additional baby, you can doesn't need a whole unit, just needs certain components, and that costs an additional 5,000 rupees. So if a hospital wants to take care of 4 babies, it can do it for roughly 30,000 rupees. So we worked with Stanford's medical school. We consulted experts at AIIMS, okay? And we did our early clinical trials here in Bangalore. Okay? We worked with St. John's Medical College, Cloud9 Hospital, and Manipal Hospital. For the babies in the segment that we're trying to help, which is babies who can feed on their own and breathe on their own, our device is able to maintain these babies' baby temperature as well as traditional solutions like incubators and radiant warmers. We started going into the small towns, targeting nursing homes. We of course also went to the cities, but the numbers are greater in the smaller towns. These are district and taluk level towns. We reached about 300 or 400 hospitals in our first year and a half. And at that point, the government slowly started taking note. And what started as 5 units in Kerala became 50 units in Rajasthan, became 500 units in Karnataka. Today, over 50% of the primary healthcare centers in Karnataka have an embrace warmer. We largely sell into the hospitals. We don't sell to individuals. There's an opportunity to also help babies in the developed world, and there was a demand coming for products of this sort. So we've developed a consumer product focused on babies in the US. Okay? That's meant for families to buy directly. It's not a medical device, but it's meant to keep babies warm. It's called the Little Lotus, and part of the promise is, of course, that some of the revenue from that work will go towards supporting work in the developing world. We've reached, I would say, over 15 countries, and so in the last 3.5 years we've reached over 2 lakh babies across 15 countries, most of them in India, but also in countries in Africa, Southeast Asia, China, Afghanistan, Latin America.